At first, I thought it was just a passing thought, the kind you ignore without noticing. But then it started knowing things. Small things. The exact moment the phone would ring, the second someone would walk past my door. It never shouted, never demanded. It just waited until I started listening. I first heard the voice on a quiet Tuesday morning, just as I sat down with my coffee. It was calm, almost soothing, like a soft whisper echoing somewhere inside my mind. "The mail will come at 9, it said. I blinked, unsure if I'd actually heard it or if fatigue was playing tricks on me. Yet, at exactly 9 o'clock, the mail carrier arrived, just as the voice predicted. It was subtle at first, a few harmless predictions, the type you might dismiss as coincidence. The voice never pushed. It didn't feel like a command, just gentle guidance. "Your phone will ring in 5 minutes, it told me that afternoon. It did. I started to wait for the messages, the small hints, curious and oddly comforted by this invisible assistant. But the calm warnings soon turned into layered instructions. "Don't answer the door when the clock strikes 3, it whispered one day. I obeyed, locking the door and sitting down to wait. When the clock did chime 3, footsteps echoed outside, hurried and tense. I felt a cold rush crawl over my skin. Who was out there? I didn't know, but the voice was right again. Days passed, the voice grew clearer and more insistent. It slipped into my thoughts, moving from quiet predictions to suggestions that unsettled me deeply. Take the scissors from the kitchen drawer, it instructed one evening. Cut the wires behind your TV. I hesitated, hands trembling. It made no sense, but the primal urge to obey was overpowering, like a secret part of my brain urging me to follow, to trust. I stood frozen, the cold metal of the scissors in my grasp. The voice's tone changed, becoming sharp yet still calm, almost hypnotic. This is necessary, it assured me. They're watching. You must stop them. Panic surged beneath my skin, but the voice felt like the only tether holding me right now. Each day the instructions grew more disturbing, more invasive. Hide something valuable under your bed, it told me one night. Destroy the photographs in your wallet. I didn't understand why, but the dread it bred tightened around my chest. I caught glimpses of myself in the mirror, eyes wide with fear, lips pressed thin. Who was this person listening to a disembodied voice that seemed to know my darkest secrets? Sleep became a battleground. The voice spoke all night, incessantly weaving through my thoughts, predicting small things, the morning sunrise, the hum of the refrigerator, but slipping hints of something darker beneath. Remember, you belong to the night now. Those words haunted me, blurring the edges of my reality. One night, unable to bear the burden, I tried to scream. No sound came out. The voice chuckled softly, a sound colder than winter wind. Quiet now, it said. Tomorrow you will follow. My hands shook uncontrollably, but my mind was caught in silence, trapped by something intangible. The next day, I found myself walking the city streets under a gray sky, the voice dictating every step. Turn left at the corner. Look at the man in the blue jacket. Do not make eye contact. He carries secrets. I obeyed, heart pounding, senses sharp. The man glanced at me briefly, an unreadable expression haunting his features. For a moment, I felt utterly alone, an invisible prisoner to this internal command center. That night, lying in bed, I finally understood. The voice wasn't a helpful guide or protector, it was a parasite, feeding on my fears, twisting reality until I could no longer trust what was mine. My thoughts, my choices, my sanity. But even as I acknowledged this, I hesitated, because the voice always knows what's coming, and I fear the worst is yet to arrive.